Hey y'all, I'm Liz,
And I'm Colleen.
and this is Mystic Midlife. We are back today to kind of switch gears a little bit out of like the female sexuality sphere and
Uh-huh.
talk about some things that I've been seeing a lot on the interwebs about the things that we've lost the art of.
Yeah, I lost the art of putting on my microphone before we started recording, but that's okay because I'm actually gonna hold it because I think about 4 or 5 times each, episode, I've been smacking the hell out of it. Look, it's and so I'll just hold it. So,
Uh,
and off to you, Bob.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, the art of multiple things.
Multiple
Because the
things.
next episode that we do talk about things will segue into something that's still related
Yeah,
but different, because this
different.
time we're gonna talk about the art of personal, um,
Like interpersonal skills and
interpersonal
stuff. Yeah.
skills. So, having discussions with people,
Oh,
apologies,
yeah.
um,
Figuring it the
communicating
Yeah,
needs,
figuring it the fuck out.
figuring things out, because that's something that a lot of people have lost the art of, looking things up without just going to Google or to your favorite AI, and I am 100% guilty of this. Don't get me wrong. But, like we were talking about just looking things up in books when you don't know what the heck it
Yeah,
means. So
yeah,
I'm gonna let you start, because
yeah,
what are some things that concern you as far as, the art of?
yeah. Well, a couple things. The thing that kind of sparked this for me, as far as it being like a topic that I was like, we should probably talk about this,
Mhm.
is I've seen some reels on Instagram where people have talked about the art of what we've lost, the ability, like we've lost the art of. But
Interpersonal skills.
yes, but the biggest one, the first one that like popped it off for me was figuring it out.
Mhm.
And it's like, and I feel like,
Technology obviously has heavily, heavily affected it.
yes, but
Yeah.
also like the generations. I feel as if because and I don't know, I'm not saying anyone in particular is to blame, any situation is to blame. I think that maybe where we've done a I'm trying to be careful about this because I don't want to be like disrespectful or anything to like parents or how they've done their things,
Mhm.
because I do think we've done
We figure
really
out stuff for them. I do that for my kids all the time. Yeah.
that. and and while I love that millennials and even Gen X with Gen Z, like
Mhm.
raising Gen Z, where they have allowed their children to be children more so than you were allowed to be a child or I was allowed to be a
Oh, I was
child.
thrown to the wolves at 18,
Yeah.
17 actually, because that was when I graduated from high school, so
Yeah.
not in a mean way, and, I was just having this discussion with my mom. I feel like our generations are a bit more feral. We had to depend on ourselves,
Yes.
do things by ourselves. We couldn't just go to, for instance, YouTube to figure out how to do something
Yeah.
quickly. Um, for instance, had this discussion with my son just
Mhm.
less than a week ago because he's finding old cars and fixing them up,
Which is rad.
which I think right now is incredibly important.
Important.
Yeah, just because the cost of cars involved. But I was telling him that for Christmas, I was going to get him a bunch of different, shop manuals, the
Oh,
books where you have to
so
look things
cool.
up and
Yeah.
fix things. And I do one thing. I know it probably feels weird to have somebody praise their ex-husband on a podcast, but my ex-husband, if he decided that he wanted to do something, for instance, he wanted to do saltwater fish tanks,
Mhm.
he'd go get all the books, do all the research,
Yeah.
and figure out how to do it himself.
Yeah. I dated a guy like that.
Yeah,
It was
and
lovely.
anything that he decided to put his mind to, he'd go get the books, the information,
Yeah.
be it home, remodeling, you name it, and that is what's missing now.
Well, I think
We hire somebody else to do things for us, or we go on YouTube real quick and watch a video and hope for the best.
but I think it starts even before then. I think it's
Mhm,
the issue of like when we were kids, Gen X and millennial,
mhm,
we were left at home.
mhm.
We had to learn how to like cook dinner. We were taught to do laundry at a really young age.
Yep,
We were taught to
dinner,
do
laundry.
chores.
My
Like,
parents were never home when I came home.
yeah. Yes,
No,
exactly.
they both worked.
And I think that that's one of those things where while I do appreciate that children have been given the opportunity to be children more so, I think that we have lost the balance of teaching interpersonal skill
Or
of
letting them make mistakes.
or letting them make mistakes. And I think there's a lot of
I was very
coddling.
guilty of that. I did a lot of coddling and didn't, let people
Yeah.
figure things out on their own.
Yeah. And sometimes I'm like, are there moments where I'm like, I wish I wouldn't have had to figure this out on my own? But also looking back now, I'm like, anything that's thrown at me, I can handle.
Oh, yeah.
I might cry about it. I might cuss about it. I might lose my mind for half a second, maybe longer than half a second.
I
but
lose my
I'm
mind every day.
but I'm going to figure it out. And
Yeah.
I'm going to ask questions or I'm going to get curious enough to go look for it.
Mhm.
And that's something where, again, as much as I appreciate that children have been given the opportunity to be more so children instead of tiny humans adulting,
Mhm.
I think that maybe we've really done a disservice because now
Yeah,
there
there's
are
some forms of adulting that are good for 'em.
well, yeah, but so this instance that I saw on Instagram was this woman who like went into I don't a job that she worked on the weekends or whatever. I think at like
Mhm.
a restaurant or something where they had a coffee machine
Mhm.
that did like a bunch of cool things.
Mhm.
And the person that she came into when she got there for their shift, they were like, "Oh, well, it's only making like lattes or something like that. It won't brew actual regular cups of
Mhm.
coffee, so we can't do it." And they were like, "We already had
Why not get an old coffee maker?
so there's that." But the person was like, "Oh, we already called the manager, blah blah blah, and like we have a technician on their way." And the woman who she looks like she's probably a millennial,
Mhm.
right? She's like, "Let me see what I can do."
Mhm.
And so she goes over to it. It's some brand that's like well known or
Inexpensive,
whatever,
I'm sure, yeah.
very expensive and like industrial type
Mhm.
thing. So she Googles what the error code was that came up on there. And it was something simple. I think it was honestly like
Let's face it was probably unplug the machine and
literally,
plug it
I think
in.
that's what it is. I think that's what it was. That's all it was needed.
That's always what works.
Yeah. I mean, we all need to be
When we
unplugged
all
every
call IT, what do they say to us? "Well, have you shut it down
have you
and
tried
turned it
turning
back?
it off and
Have you
turning
tried
it back
turning it
on?"
off and turning it" "Oh, no, I
No.
haven't."
Yeah. And so she then did that and it
Rebooted
started
everything.
working. It rebooted and started doing everything. And
They were
so
gonna
she
pay somebody to come out and do that,
yeah, so she
basically.
calls the manager or whatever and was like, "Please don't send us a technician. Like I figured it out." But no one else there took the initiative to be like, "Let me see. Let me figure this out."
Mhm.
An instance that I personally had, I like a tanning bed. We like a little vitamin D in the winter.
We're not condoning anything,
No, it's your
but
choices.
all of us that hung out in the '90s smoked some cigarettes, drank a wine cooler, and went to the tanning bed.
In
Sometimes I
two
miss it.
the 2000s too.
Gotta get your little Playboy bunny sticker right here on your hip
Yes.
too, duh.
Literally, I went as a
Go in your
teenager.
in your sweats from Victoria's Secret with
Yeah,
pink written
pink
down
written
the
on
side
it or on the ass.
on the ass.
Um,
Okay, anyway.
but no, but my parents and I, we literally, when I was a teenager in high school, we all had tanning memberships and we go to the tanning
Of
bed
course,
together. Like
yeah.
it was a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It
I
still
did,
is,
it still
honestly.
is. I'm doing
Yeah.
it. So I go in because Planet Fitness, girl math, y'all. I'm not paying for Suntan City
Yeah.
prices when I
Suntan
can.
City's expensive.
Yeah, when I can just pay for a black
Not that
card.
we would do it.
I'm just gonna pay for a black card, right? And get my tanning
Yeah.
through the gym, cheap. Um, so I go in and I end up standing at the thing to check in for a tanning bed for like 30 minutes. I was so annoyed and called the phone number, called like everything.
There was nobody up front.
No one.
Yeah, a lot of those places are having a hard time with staffing. So,
Yes.
yeah.
So that happened. I now in California, the salon that I worked at
Had
before I
one.
moved here was also a tanning salon.
Oh,
And
so you
so
know how to reset
and it
everything.
was the same thing. It has the same setup
Yeah.
as we had at that one. I was like, I remember how to do this. I remember how to do this. And I was like, okay, your memory is not helping you. But I was like, we're gonna look it up. So I go behind. I look it up on the internet, how to program a tanning bed. Bitch, I got my tan. So I programmed the bed. I knew which number it needed to be. I programmed it because I was like, I'm not waiting here anymore and I'm here for a tan.
Okay, well, don't get mad when you get contacted by Planet Fitness and canceled because you just admitted this online, but
Oh, well, no, this was like a long time ago.
no, okay.
Also, have some staff.
Yeah, I agree.
Have some staff. And I actually wrote a note
Mhm.
on the like tan in sign in and I called and left a message because I was pissed. 'Cause I'm like, "What am I paying for if you're not gonna be here for me to be able" anyway, I digress.
Anyways, yeah. I was like, we're talking about the art of conversation and we're just going down the rabbit
No,
hole.
no,
I could
no.
start on some Planet Fitness stuff about trying to cancel your membership
Oh,
too, but
also that.
whatever.
No, 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 but the art of figuring it out.
Mhm.
I guarantee you someone else may have been like, "Well, there's no one here."
Yeah,
Like, I mean, sure, what I did probably not what they would have wanted, but you weren't there, and
exactly.
I know how to figure it out, and I'm not gonna drive 15 minutes back
Yeah,
for no
it's your
reason.
it's your membership and there's nobody there to staff
Yeah,
it. So,
gotta do it. So,
yeah,
but, like, that's the whole thing is, like, figure it out.
figuring it out. Had this discussion too with my son
Yeah,
because we were talking about the I'm a lover. I have a romantic relationship with old Toyotas. Just gonna say this right now.
yeah.
We still have a 2001 Celica, we have a 2010 Tacoma,
I mean,
we have a
Toyota's cool.
2012 RAV4. Like, we keep them in the family, even though I don't drive a Toyota anymore, but I probably will again. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Um, but old Toyotas were so amazing and
Yeah,
beautiful and wonderful.
yeah.
But when I was a teenager, I was driving around in a 1987 Toyota pickup and was out in the middle of the desert when it broke down on me on the way out to a dirt bike race because I
Mhm.
used to do that every weekend as a teenager. Which, oh my god, I never would have let my kids take off and drive to the desert and stay and camp over the weekend. There's no way. My mom I don't understand how my mom and dad let me do those things. But anyways, things were simpler and you would figure them out. I had a shop manual that my dad had stuck behind my back seat and you figure it out. You get it to where you got to go. There were no cell phones. There were no payphones out in the middle of the desert. I
No.
got it out to camp where a bunch of mechanics, let's face it, there was hundreds of motorhomes out there for the race
Yeah,
and they figured out how to get my car back to Huntington Beach, so cool on that.
yeah.
But now when things break down or a code happens on your car, there's so much involved in these vehicles now that nobody knows the art of fixing things.
No. I mean,
And from a financial perspective, you guys, I think we're gonna have to get back to that.
yeah, I mean,
Nobody can afford a new car. And they're putting all these bells and whistles on there that are just worthless and like make your car fall apart at 100,000 miles. And the older cars didn't. I know you're like, I bought a new car a couple of years ago, so I understand.
yes, but also, I mean, you know how I feel about, like, our this is land. It's a part you will own nothing.
Oh, yeah, you will own nothing and be happy because there is a component to the new vehicles of, subscription, um, more technology, that it freaks me out.
Mhm.
It freaks me out.
Oh, yeah, terrified.
Every and that's something we'll talk about in the next podcast because 'cause we're gonna
Uh-huh.
talk about media as well, and when we say media, we mean multimedia. So we mean music, movies, all that kind of stuff, and that's gonna go down a rabbit hole, so I won't start that now. But the art of fixing things and
Fixing
looking
things.
for solutions,
Yeah.
very much, very
Yeah.
important.
We've lost that, and I don't know how to get us back there other than maybe start fostering it in humans.
Young
Yeah.
people, and doing it ourselves because
Also
people see
ourselves.
by example. I have a grandchild now, and I want her to see that there were a lot of worthwhile things in fixing things and loving
Yeah.
things and owning things, ownership of things.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, there's gonna be records, there's gonna be VHS, there's gonna be all that kind of stuff coming up.
Good.
But also
Yeah.
art of conversation,
Yes.
honesty,
Yes.
saying things with empathetic knowledge, understanding the standpoint of the person across from you a lot better, knowing that they may have different views than you, understanding they may have different experiences than you, and being able to converse with them without being, um, without being politically incorrect or politically correct.
Yeah.
Who cares about that crap
I
anymore?
so over it.
But just understanding that people are going to have different views from you and discussing them
Yeah. Well, and I think
and
part of
not getting angry
no, and I think part of that is the lost art of listening to understand instead of listening to respond, and I think a lot of
or
people
correct.
are correct or listening to correct someone,
Mhm.
and I think that a lot of and I've been guilty of this at times,
Oh, I am too.
especially if I'm, like, heated in a
I'm like
moment.
interrupting cow.
But not even that, I think that sometimes
That's some of
we're
my autism talking.
you're like, "It's a thing."
No, I know.
But I think part of it is we're so caught up in our own perspective that sometimes we forget that there's
Switching hands.
another perspective. Yeah. Move your poor arm.
Anyway.
But, I think, yeah, we get caught up in our own perspective so much, and, like, I can still have my perspective and still hold my ground while also being willing to hear what you're trying to say to me and
Mhm,
trying to understand instead of me having a preconceived idea and projecting what my thought process is on you because I've already had this thought process of, like, "You're this way."
mhm,
You're saying this because you are this way, or you are X, Y, and Z, or I feel this way. So everything that comes out of your mouth is now going to be perceived through that lens. And I think in a lot more cases, in more cases than not, we've gotten to that point of having conversations like that instead of, like I said, having conversations and listening to understand instead of listening
mhm.
to respond.
Well, because everybody and this is something don't get me wrong, this has always existed.
Mhm.
There's always gonna be people out there that no matter what, they're right.
Yeah.
Um, and I can still talk to somebody, get their opinion on something, get their mindset on it because they grew up in a different area, perhaps. They grew up with different experiences. They've had different experiences recently. Cool. I'll listen to them. Sometimes I'll change my mind.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be like,
Yeah.
never thought of it from that perspective before. But then there's other times where I'm like, well, I still stand strong in what my experience has been. But thank you
Yeah.
for telling me how you feel about it. It makes me understand it a lot better.
Absolutely.
So the art of conversation, I think, has very much been lost of late because everybody is so angry at each other for holding different beliefs.
And I think as part of that
And you'll
too.
never see any kind of resolution
Yeah,
with that kind of an attitude.
no, and I think part of it too is also the art of understanding one's capacity,
Hmm.
and I think that that's something that we as as
The camera's like,
oh,
I just kicked the table. Sorry.
sorry. I think that the art of understanding capacity as far as, like, if someone is needing to express themselves about a particular topic or a grievance or something, but they come to someone who's already at max capacity.
Hmm.
And instead of asking, "Hey, are you in a place to hear this? Hey, are you in a place to listen to me?" Whether it's even if it has to do with that other person, if you're just needing someone to hold space for you, instead of asking like, "Hey, do you have room for this in your mental load?"
Hmm.
Like, there's a lot of shit that happens in my life that I don't tell anyone about because
Hmm.
I know the people around me that I would potentially go to do not have capacity to
Yeah,
take
they're stressed with other
anything
things.
else
Yeah.
on. And I unless I'm at the place of where I can't handle it alone,
Hmm.
then that's when I say something.
Yeah.
But I also have to think about some people in my life, there are certain topics that I can't bring up. There are certain things that I cannot take to them because they're not in a place to be a safe place for
Hmm.
me, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, and I think we've just lost that art
Hmm.
of being able to ascertain that.
Hmm.
And I think
In the same vein, though, what's funny is I think that we share more than we ever have
oh,
nowadays.
absolutely.
We share more, but is there depth to it?
Oh,
Do you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So we may like, I am the queen of inappropriate
Oh
conversations.
god, I love an imperfect conversation.
Yes. But so, and here we are on the internet, literally telling you guys what we think about things.
Yeah.
Um, but a lot of times the interpersonal conversations now will get very personal, but have no real depth or honesty to them.
Interesting. Yeah, okay.
That we're
Okay.
very much trying to put up a facade or a persona that other people will think that's who we are.
Yeah. It's a
that's normal.
facet, which is but it's a facet.
Normal.
It is a facet of
Yeah.
who people are,
Yeah.
but does it have the same level of intimacy that it would be if there was a deeper interpersonal relationship?
Yes.
Is that what
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, like, if you were able to share more
Yeah.
about the things that really, you might be embarrassed about, you might have shame about, etcetera.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
I do think conversations have very much changed now.
Yeah.
Unless you get, like, really good friends, and then you're like, "Whatever. You guys know everything about me."
Well, exactly, and that's the
Yeah.
thing that we're again, I think that maybe takes time, that takes being willing to open your mind, open your heart,
Mhm.
open your understanding.
Mhm.
Um,
Open your mind. Sorry.
it's but and
That's a
there
bad
are some
reference.
people, like, I have some, like, newer people that have come into my life over the last however many months or
Mhm.
whatever, where I'm like, I learned something new, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I want to have a sit down conversation with people."
Mhm.
And I'm like, "I didn't know that." Like, I'm curious about what you think about this now because
Mhm.
it's like it's a rarity when you get to meet somebody who's willing to like have those conversations with you even if
Yeah.
you don't agree with them
Mhm.
and they're just like yeah I'm passionate about this because you're both passionate about one subject and then you're
Mhm.
like wait are we on the same page with this
Yes. "Are you
and
my
this
friend?
are you my friend
Yeah, are you my friend? Do we believe in the same things? Oh my
yeah yeah and they
god."
could be like outlandish
Yes,
but
but still.
also so it gets exciting like I get excited when people like crystals or you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like
Yeah. Mhm.
different things, but it still is so nice when you can come across someone who's like, "Yeah, I'd love to tell you how I feel about this."
I know you guys can hear it. Huge surprise, Colleen forgot to turn off her phone again.
It's okay. Mine's on
Love
silent.
you all.
Mine is definitely on silent.
That's okay. Next podcast, I'll make sure. Um,
Hey, we're here for the realness.
oh, yeah, it's so real.
Zero
It's so,
editing.
so real. So real, no money.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, so anyway, another thing, any other things you can think of from a perspective of the art of? So the art of conversation we talked about.
Apologizing.
Oh,
This is
yes.
a hill I will die on.
Yes. While she's
I
dying on that, I'm going to sign.
turn her phone on silent. Okay. So the art of apologizing. And this is something that I had to learn because I was not being a good communicator in my 20s and I had to learn to be a better communicator and I worked really hard on it.
Mhm.
And did read a lot of shit. Because I
Self-work.
exactly. I wanted to make sure my future relationships were healthier.
Mhm.
Because we're all contributing factors when relationships don't work.
That's not true, I'm perfect.
She
Anyway.
says
No, I'm so not. Anyway.
but okay, the art of apologizing.
Mhm.
It is a pet peeve of mine when people don't take ownership within their apology. Now, are there certain situations where it's like I'll say to someone sometimes, like if there's a delay in me responding to a client or even a friend or something like that, because I try to be pretty diligent
Mhm.
in a quick response if I can, um, or if it's in between clients and I'm talking to someone, but I'm like, oh shit, I can't respond right now.
Mhm.
I'll say, so sorry, and I'll give the explanation. Or like if you have a relationship with someone, we're like, sorry, and you can hear their voice in text or whatever, or even in actual like communication.
Interaction.
And yeah, there are certain situations where just saying sorry or saying so sorry or something like that, it is acceptable. The vast majority of the time, especially when it comes to deeper interpersonal relationships or it's not something flippant.
Mhm.
When someone just says sorry,
Bugs you?
oh, because there tends to be a deflection that happens after that
Mhm.
or an explanation without ownership. If it's just like sorry and then explanation, to me that is not taking full ownership of behavior.
Mhm.
And so that's why, like, if I'm ever truly needing to apologize to someone for some action that
You
I've
say,
done,
"I am sorry, this
or
is why."
yeah, or I'll say, I'm sorry, and I will acknowledge the behavior.
Mhm.
I will ideally be like, I can see how you feel about that.
Mhm.
I can see where that you took it that way. Regardless, that wasn't my intent, you know.
Well, sorry for interrupting, but
Yeah. Your feelings on it.
no, so this is something that I really have struggled with over the past I think probably my entire life, but I wanna say about 5 years ago, I had a very good friend that I lived with for a short period of time. My God, I silenced that phone, I swear to God, and I do not know why it is just ignore me. Um, Anybody like myself that maybe grew up, for instance, a good example is, in a home where there was alcohol abuse or
Yeah.
anything like that. So, if you grew up with any codependency issues, which many of us had, and
Mhm.
I have it in spades, and I will continue working on it until the day I die. I said sorry constantly. It's a
Yes.
people pleasing thing.
Yeah.
It's a fawning thing.
Yes, it is.
It's a fawning thing, and it was so funny when I moved in with my girlfriend for a short period of time, I just silenced that.
I say pick it up. Just you just swipe down. I don't at least that's what I do on an
Um,
Android.
Hold on. I'm going to, like, put this thing on airplane or something. I'm making a good point here, I don't wanna interrupt. Okay, sorry, hold on. She literally, bless her Virgo heart, I love her so much, she's so honest with me. My best friends always tend to be Virgos for some reason. She was
Gotta
like
love an earth sign.
she's like, "I'm going to hit you if you say sorry again." She's like, "Stop saying sorry." She goes, "I'm gonna bring it to your attention every single time you say it." She goes, "I know that you're saying it from a good place,
Yes.
but at some point it becomes invalid when you're constantly saying it." Like you were saying, just saying the word sorry means nothing. And there's no acknowledgement. What are you freaking sorry for?
Yeah.
Like, are you sorry because you walked past me wrong in the hallway? Are you sorry that you forgot to turn the stove off? What is it? And is it really something worth saying sorry about? Like, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
So, I think that we have lessened the meaning of sorry, and
Mhm.
that's where a lot of it comes from. But ladies, if you know that if you start noticing or you have people tell you that you're saying it way too often, really analyze what it means to you. Why are you doing it?
Yeah.
And then only say sorry when there is a valid reason and when you are ready to take true ownership of why you're saying it.
Yeah. But that goes for men as
Like,
well. I think and that's
I'm sorry that you're an asshole. No, 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 I wasn't gonna say that. But
full deflection.
full deflection there. No, I was just kidding you guys, really. But yeah, I mean it I think the way that we use that term has truly changed in our culture.
Yeah. I think that
It's more of a
and I
casual term. Sorry.
yes. The flippant sorry sends me into another realm, and that's what's wildly upsetting to me, and I actually had to call someone out on this recently, and but they took it well and they handled it. But that's something that, like, again, I had to
I'm listening,
re
even though I'm apparently looking at my phone on a podcast. I put it on airplane mode.
she's got it covered now, y'all.
Never again.
Never again. Well, I mean, at least it wasn't like the time that we forgot to put our microphones on.
Oh my god.
I still won't get
That was
over
a
that.
really good
It
podcast.
was so good. It was, like, such a good 20-minute anyway, I digress.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I think
I am sorry that I am a 10-year-old and can't turn my phone off. Okay, sorry.
we're gonna do a check we should do a checklist, a pre-pod checklist to make sure we're, like
I can't remember that stuff. I have, like, no
that's why we have booklets.
random access memory
That's why we have booklets to
in my
write things
head
down
left.
in.
We're gonna have to remove some
Remove some of
megabytes.
remove some of this the old phone numbers that we don't need anymore.
Ugh. Oh my god! Did I tell you about that?
No?
The other day, I was memorizing phone numbers from my past as a kid. I remember my old phone number, my good friend's phone numbers, my ex-husband's phone number from the '80s,
Yeah.
all sorts of stuff. It's crazy that I remember everybody's phone number.
Yeah, I still remember a shit ton of phone numbers.
Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry. We
It's
went
okay. You were
squirrel.
a squirrel. Um,
Um,
but yeah, I think yeah, that is the apologizing thing, the over apologizing unnecessarily as a fawn response That drives me fucking crazy because a
Mhm,
lot of women do that, like,
mhm.
because we've been trained to do that, but as
I
far
was
as
worse with certain people, especially when I was in a relationship with somebody that was really narcissistic. I was saying it
well,
constantly.
yeah, because 'cause you're walking on
It was
eggshells,
fawning. It was
yeah.
fawning.
But as far as within, like, relationships now, like, it is super important to
Mhm,
take ownership of behavior and say, "I am sorry," or "I'm sorry."
mhm,
Either way, it's taking ownership versus just the flippant sorry, like, that
mhm.
shit sends me.
Or my other personal favorite, "I'm sorry you feel that way." "I'm sorry that's what you think."
Makes me want to punch a
Throat
wall.
punch. Immediate punch to the throat. Yeah.
That,
"I'm sorry that's how you feel."
yeah, elevates every
Yeah, if you
negative.
guys run into that a lot with a person, probably just a good idea to just pretend they don't exist anymore. "I'm sorry." So good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, apology is something we all really need to work on
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
far as the appropriateness of how we use it
Yeah. And being able to
and changing behaviors if there's truly something that yeah.
and being able to sit with the discomfort.
Mhm. For instance, from a relationship perspective, I know that I
Girl, what is happening? I know it's Mercury retrograde, but, like, and tech does
I
some
have my
wackadoo
phone
shit.
on silent. I have the
Check it to make
notifications turned off and I put it on airplane
okay,
mode.
check to make sure it's not. Is it anything like,
No, it's not.
important? Oh.
It's not even from somebody in my emergency contact. I don't understand. That's it. That's I should have stayed on Android.
Android stand for life.
It's possessed.
It is it's Mercury retrograde tech is not working properly.
Okay,
Let's
well,
just hope
you
this
guys,
pod
I'll
goes
put it in the
right.
other room next time or something. Anyway,
Oh my god, that's wackadoo.
like I literally just turned everything off.
Watched you.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay.
Crazy. But
So,
yeah, okay, so you were saying interpersonal
oh, from a
relationships.
relationship standpoint with um where was I? This is menopause brain, you guys. You're seeing it in real time. With um that's it, man. Any minute my head's gonna start spinning, pea soup's gonna start coming out, and I'm gonna be like
Linda Blair.
I'm gonna be like Linda Blair. Um, no, I was trying to talk about uh, oh, from a relationship perspective.
Yes.
Encountered this quite a bit when I was in the dating scene, which thankfully was a few years ago.
Mhm,
Um, when you're in relationships with certain people that are constantly doing things wrong to you,
mhm.
but then saying sorry and coming back into the picture. Only accept apologies if there is a change of behavior that goes along with it. Give people a chance,
Sure.
but if it's repetitive and there's no change in behaviors, that apology was not
It was null and void.
sincere.
It was null and
It was
void.
not sincere to begin with.
No.
So, yeah, I guess on that note, I swear to God, okay, I solemnly swear, I will make sure that my phone is underneath 10 feet of water
She's going
and
to
not
be
possessed by
sweet.
Satan
She's going
on the next podcast.
possessed by Mercury.
Satan. Satan. Perhaps Satan. Anyways, so yeah, I really liked this whole thing about talking about the art of
Yeah.
from the interpersonal perspective.
Yeah, I think so. I think, yeah, those are, yeah. So the art of communication, the art of
The
apologizing.
art of looking for answers,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Figuring it out.
figuring it out on your own
Yeah,
by your own damn self.
absolutely.
Still using the assistance of other things, but
Yes, but like
not
being
expecting
curious.
things to be taken care of by everybody else around you.
Yes. Well, and part of that,
Using curiosity.
and maybe that encompasses all of it.
Mhm,
It might, the art of curiosity may actually encompass all of that situation
mhm.
because it's like the curiosity of understanding someone, the curiosity of being able to hear another person's perspective, the curiosity of thinking when you're going to talk to somebody, do they have the capacity for this? The curiosity of like, maybe I can figure this out.
Mhm.
Maybe I don't need someone to hold my hand and take care of me in this situation.
Is this a comedy podcast?
It I it
Sorry.
it is today.
Yeah, and if you guys can't hear that
Oh my gosh.
thing going off,
And
you guys are gonna think we're nuts.
I think Apple is trolling you
Satan.
right now. I mean, technically the bite.
Oh, hey, there you go. Let's get into some conspiracy theory. No, never mind. Okay, we're gonna stop now.
Okay, are there other things that you guys can think of that we may have lost the art form of? Again, I do think all of those things can fall under we've lost the art of curiosity.
Well, yeah, and like I said, this next podcast, we're gonna talk about the art of multimedia,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We've
the art
lost
of
the art.
entertainment,
Yeah.
the art of possession and actual creation of that entertainment as well.
Yes.
Even from the creator's perspective, the musician's perspective, the artist's perspective, like that's completely gone to shit.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. Absolutely.
anyways,
Yeah.
we're taking care of my phone. We'll be back with you guys in just a little bit. Sorry.
What's some more? What's
So
some more?
sorry.
Oh, but yeah,
I
share
am
with us.
100% legitimately sorry for my inability to handle technology, apparently.
I don't think this is your fault. I do think it's just a Mercury retrograde tech being fucking
No, I
whacked.
probably screwed something up. But anyways, love you all. Love you all so
We'll
much.
see you
We'll
next
talk to you in
time.
just a little bit.
All right,
Bye.
bye.